Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, February 5th. It is currently 5:10 in the afternoon. It is time to get to work. Let's see. Wednesday night, Kings game going on tonight. I am making my way downtown right now. I'm going to see what happens. Let's see. Mystro back in the game again. They had an update, so we're going to see if that fixed any of the issues that happened. But first of all, let's hit go and get these things on. I do have filters set up, so it may be kicking out some rides if I get any in around here, because I don't really have this area on my pickup and drop-off zones. The focus is more down towards the grid and everything, because I want to be down there for the game and all that other stuff.
Uber online.
Like that. See, I don't know why that didn't pop up. That should have popped up. That's concerning to me. Why didn't that pop up on the old Mystro? Because it announced it. Well, we're gonna have to see what happens with Mystro. If Mystro takes a dump, I will just turn it off and fly by the seat of my pants for the rest of the night or something. But that should have popped up, and I don't know why it didn't. But we'll find out. We'll give it another go, because I don't believe. Plus, let's see. See, there we go. But you see, why did that do that? Yeah, I still don't want to do that one. I think Uber did something to where Uber is killing that screen. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, the major plan tonight is to work the game in downtown and be in the grid. If you're watching previous videos, you know I've been trying to close out the EV goal for Uber. That reset this morning at 9 a.m. and I think I came up maybe like 15 rides short on the EV goal, which is a little disappointing. And this month, I'm only driving 10 days this month, or 11 days. And so I don't know if I'm going to really try to focus on the EV goal that much this month or these weeks. I was thinking about the Lyft one and just basically minimizing Uber, going more with Lyft and trying to get the 50 rides to get the $100. But then, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do it this week. If I do it, it'll be like in 2 weeks, towards the end of the month, I'll try to do it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the Uber one regardless, and I'm not even going to really try. I'm really more worried about what I'm really kind of focused on right now is dollars and being just more focused on making profitable rides right now for this month, because it's a short month and I want to make a profit this month, so I got to really focus in on that. Obviously the bonuses would help tremendously with that, but it also kind of works against me at times, because in order to do the Uber one, I have to kind of focus in on short little rides, which doesn't get me the dollars. And what I'm really looking for is, somewhere between that $8 to $10 average fare and, $1.50 to $1.70 per mile overall for the month. So that's kind of the focus. But tonight, the big focus is getting out there, banging out rides, being profitable, and seeing how Mystro handles it. Because if you saw that screen pop up, that screen should stay on there and allow me to go accept or reject the ride, and it's not doing that. And that's kind of that's a problem. See, like this one. See, that screen should stay up, and I think Uber is doing something to kill that. Is that 5 miles? Yeah, no, not going 5 miles out of my way. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I may have to shut this down and restart it. Maybe there's something else that happened. Maybe there's another update. God, it's like a constant battle between these two apps. Constant. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. All right, I'm gonna be back driving on the freeway. Don't really like talking on the phone, talking to the phone when I'm driving. But I'll be back here when I get my first ride. See, those are being rejected because I think those are Lyft rides. If you see those little flashes, that's the Lyft rides getting rejected because they're not meeting the criteria. On the Uber ones, I don't have it with an automatic decline, and so it's giving me the option to review them before it declines, which is fine. But that's, again, the screen should be staying up. Anyway, I'll be back here in a little bit with updates and kind of see if I can figure out if there's a way to fix this thing with Mystro from doing what it's doing, because it shouldn't be doing that. It should be staying on the screen the whole time. And those, see, those are rejects. Those are just getting rejected outright. See that? That's what's happening there. Those are all the Lyft rejects. There's the Uber one right there. Uber. I mean, those aren't bad rides, just not really. Well, this is. Where's this one going? Oh, that was the one that was 5 miles out of my way. Not a bad ride. I just don't want to drive 5 miles out of my way. And that would have been. Alright, let's see. Yep, not doing that one either. Alright, let me figure this out. I'll be back here in a little bit.
Uber ride for approval. Accepting Lyft ride.
Well, there you go. I did figure out what was going on, and it was what the problem was, and that was I had auto decline on the Uber app, and it was just kicking those rides out because it wasn't within my drop zone, and so they were just automatically getting kicked out, which is what it was supposed to be doing. So actually, there is no problem. I did turn it off, so I do have the manual review on right now, so I will see the rides. But as you can see, Lyft auto accepted as it's supposed to, and it's keeping me in the zone, which is what I want. So we're gonna go pick up whoever this was and get our night started. But yeah, I'll show you later in the setup where that is and why that, the difference is, how you can toggle that. But obviously the app was doing what it was supposed to be doing, and that is it was kicking out the rides because they weren't within the pickup and drop off zone, which is fine. And it's doing what it's supposed to do. So I think we got that figured out. Everything looks good. Now we're going to go do this ride, and I will be back in a little bit. Alrighty, quick update. I think I've done like 3 or 4 rides so far. But anyway, I wanted to circle back to what was happening earlier in the video with the settings. In the Mystro settings, if you go right here where it says tap here to change the behavior, where it talks about the filter, if you go there, tap on it, hey, there you go, and scroll down right here where it says filter fail. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. Here, let me go back. Oh, I can't now. All right, I'll come back to that here in a minute. I'll be back. All right, I wanted to follow up on what I was talking about earlier with Mystro and what was going on. So if you go into the settings, filters, and this right here, this little link, if you scroll down where it says filter fail action, auto decline immediately, I had that turned on earlier, and I shouldn't have had it turned on. I should have had it turned on to manually review, because then as I was driving into town, I would have been able to see the offers, and then I would have been able to decide whether or not I wanted to take it, because most of those offers that were coming in, we'll go back here to the filters, were outside the zone here. So there's the zone, and where I was at was out over here, coming into the zone. So Mystro because it was on automatic decline, was kicking them out because I was not within the pickup zone when I should have been. So if I would have had that turned on to the other setting, manual review, it wouldn't have automatically kicked them out, and then I would have been able to, select the ones that I want. So we're gonna reject
Offer
that
expired.
one. Thank you, because that one's outside the zone, which is good. Although it should have automatically kicked it out, but you know what? I'll take what I get on this point. But otherwise, and Lyft is set up the exact same way. So anytime there's something that comes in, it should kick it out. And Lyft does it really well. Uber has the Uber app with connection to Mystro struggles at times with that. But so far so good. Since I figured that out, everything is fine. The app is working as it should have, and we've been doing okay. So right now, just got done eating my dinner, and I'm gonna kind of head back into the area where I know there's some activity and see if we can get some more rides. So that's the plan. All right, I'll be back here in a little bit. Alrighty, quick update. Well, Mystro took a crap. It glitched out on me just a couple minutes ago. So back to basics, dual lapping it right now. But I think I'm over it. I think I'm over Mystro. It's just so unstable. And I don't think it's Mystro's fault. I think the Uber app plays a role in that, probably more so. But it's a great tool. It's got great features. I really like what its essence, what it's about. But the stability is it's frustrating. And again, I don't think it's Mystro's fault. I think it's really Uber closing things off and making it hard for the Mystro app to work on the top of the Uber app, to be the filter. Because that's essentially what it is, right? It essentially is sitting on top of the Uber app, and as information comes from Uber, it's filtering through Mystro to make those decisions. And there has to be some sort of access for Mystro to work properly, and I'm sure that Uber is closing all those loopholes to block that access so it doesn't work, which personally to me, I don't know why Uber would give a fuck about it, because it's not like I'm not taking rides. I'm just taking rides that work for me, which I'm going to do without the app or not. So it makes no difference. It's not like they're forcing me to take rides that I don't want to take, or whatever, like that one. So I'm not going to renew. When the time comes, I may dick around with it a little bit more here a little bit, but right now I'm gonna pass on using it, and I may go in a different route. I may get an iPad and use an iPad and then have both apps on the same screen, just so it's easier to see, and use an iPad as opposed to a phone. So I may do that. I'm really considering that, because I can get an iPad with cellular on it and it'll work just fine for me to do that. And then I can see both apps simultaneously, which would be hugely beneficial, especially when it's busy. So that may be the path that I go. But right now, I'm going to have to put Mystro on the bookshelf and just go old school here and dual app it, like, just dual app it and go that route and do the math in my head. I know what I want. I know the rides that I want. I know what I'm looking for. And I'm just going to have to do it all on my own and not use use an app to do it for me, which I wish I could, because it's quick, it's easy, it's convenient, but it's just not going to work out. In the meantime, kind of hit the slow part of the night here with the game going on, which is typical. So it's going to be probably like another half an hour before things kind of pick up again, which again is kind of typical. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, I'm just going to try to stay down here in my zone, and if I can bang out some little rides in the meantime, that'll be perfect. And I just want to stay close for when the game does get out. I can start cherry picking out of that the ride requests that come out of that. All right, that's good. I'll be back here in a little bit.